Deepu. I'm from Group 5. Today I'm going to discuss about the association rules. So, association rules are like to be if and then statements which can uncover the relationship between seemingly unrelated data. So, there are some of the common examples for association rules and market based analysis. So, in market based analysis, let's find the interesting association between large set of data sets. Uh, in this, the frequently a data set occurs in a transaction. So, this is one of the key techniques used by large relationships to show how association between item sets and also the relationship between assets are to be buy together frequently. So, there are some of the transactions we can find rules which to predict the occurrence of an item based on the occurrence of other items in the transaction. So we can take an example using market-based analysis. So if a customer buys a dozen eggs, there will be a percentage of 80% to purchase a milk. So if a customer buys a mouse, he or she, the percentage is like 95%, which is like to be by a keyboard as well. So there are some of the components for association. The first one is antecedent, and second one is consequent. So the antecedent is to finding the data, which can be viewed as a statement. So consequent can be viewed as the then statement. So coming to association rules condition. Association rules are to be created by analyzing data for the frequent of if then patterns. So in this, there will be a criteria for the support and confidence for the most important relationships. So for the support, there will be a number of items which can be appear like in a data set. So in confidence, uh, there like to be number of items for the evidence statements which are like to be found in the proofs. So making an example, there's a rule like A to B for the support, confidence, and statements for rules. So coming to basic concepts of association rules. So in this, there are some of the rules X to Y, making a minimum support of confidence. So here S is support and B is like probability, making the transaction of contains a X or Y. So in confidence, there is a conditional statement for probability for transaction having X contains 5. So comparing this, there's a minimum of it 50% and minimum confidence is 50%. So in this we have taken items both like 10 for like beer, nuts and apple, and so for 20 is like beer, coffee and apple. So and 30 for beer, diaper and eggs. So and 40 is like nuts, eggs and milk. And coming to 50 is like nuts, coffee, diapers, eggs and milks. Comparing all this, so beer is like 3 and nuts is 4. Sorry, nuts is 3 and diaper is 4 and eggs is 3. So comparing to beer and diaper, there are like 3. So making all this as making association rules. So beer and diaper are like 60% to 100%, and diaper and beer are like 60% to 75%. So probability of this is like more like beer and diaper. So coming to uses. So there are some of the uses for data mining, making an association rules, which are to be analyzing and predicting the customer behavior. So they play an important part in the shopping and also data analysis for finding the clustering data and also catalog design for a store layout. So for antecedent is like if and consecutive is then. So in this, antecedent is to finding something the data for the consequent and also finding an item to be found in the combination with the antecedent. So we can have a look for this rule for insistence. So we have coming to association rule generation. There are also two subproblems which are to be finding frequent item sets and execute of predefined minimum support threshold. While delivering association rules, there are some of the frequent items with a constant or minimum confidence threshold. So coming to the property, there are like non-important subsets finding the frequent item set which are to be frequent. Making an example for appropriate property. beer, diaper are the statements, which is like a frequent item sets. Comparing with these three item sets, we can make a first statement as beer and diaper, and second is like diaper and nets, and third is beer and nets. So these are all comparing, also be frequent. Yeah, thank you.